All right, and we're visiting this morning with Casey McGinley, the captain of the ASU women's hockey team. And Casey, we've talked before, but welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
We're talking a little bit about Women of Hockey Week this week, and I figured no one better to speak to than somebody that spent some time on the ice this last season. So first of all, let's talk a little bit about how the last season went for you.
Okay, the last season was our first season as a hockey team, so it was all new. We didn't have much expectation for the year besides to give it our best and to prove some people wrong, and we definitely accomplished that. It was a small team, a young team, and it was amazing. The team chemistry was the best I've ever been on a team like that, so I was really happy with it. We are all really happy, really proud of ourselves, and we're excited for next year.
Let's talk a little bit about the small numbers that you had and the injuries that you guys accumulated during the season, and how difficult is it to come back onto the ice and basically not get a shift off sometimes?
You know, ironically, that was probably the easiest part of the season because everyone dropped everything and we just played with heart, and it was an amazing experience. Like, we are all reading each other's energies and feeding off of that, because if Amber's giving it all she has playing center, I'm gonna give it all I have playing D. Like, there's no excuses. We're all doing our best and we're all doing it for each other instead of ourselves.
So this year we anticipate having some more players to fill the roster up a little bit more. I talked with Coach a little bit earlier this week, and she's excited about what's coming in. So I'm guessing you as a captain is equally as excited.
Yeah, I am so excited. Like, being on a team again was amazing for me, and meeting all those girls and becoming family, and now we get to add more members to our family, and we have a really good base unit, so it's just going to keep growing and getting better, and I'll have a little bit more breaks. Everyone will have a little bit more of a break, and we'll come out even stronger.
When we look at your season last year, you guys spent an awful lot of time on the road being a new team and trying to find games, things like that, but you had a really fun experience at the end of the year being able to host a tournament, didn't you? That
was amazing to have people come watch us play. I moved away when I was 16, so I haven't had that opportunity, or my friends haven't, my family hasn't really. So for everyone to be there was the best feeling and made everything worth it.
Thanks. We're getting a little sound from the background here, but nothing better than that, right? A big hockey tournament going on here at Oceanside as we speak. Unfortunately, not on the women's side, but we know that's coming, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So as we proceed into Women's Week, we talk a little bit about the importance of women in hockey and the growth of women in hockey. And speak to me a little bit about how that's changed as you've seen it over the years.
It's definitely been like a roller coaster. There's been ups and downs with women's hockey for sure, especially here. I was on the first team to go to nationals, and then the next year we went downhill, and it's just been like a lot of transition. We have a lot of amazing talent come from Arizona, but it ultimately gets scattered out across the country. So the big thing with this program specifically is to grow women's hockey here and keep the talent here until they go off to school or have them come play for us.
And part of that is the job that you guys do with the young girls in town, allow them to come out and work practices with them and clinics with them. So tell me how big a deal that is for you.
It's amazing. There is no better feeling than brightening a little girl's day that wants to be just like us, because we all know exactly how that feels, and it's definitely humbling, and it gives us good perspective and brings us back down to earth. Like, when we don't want to get up and practice at 7 in the morning, we get to remember, like, oh my gosh, like, I was in her shoes, and that's like what we dreamt of, and we're living that dream now.
So talk about that. People don't realize, I don't think, the dedication it takes from you guys, not only to play with a low number of girls sometimes, but having to get up early. You don't get the preemie time slots here at Oceanside. It's an early morning rush. So talk a little bit about how that is.
Yeah, we practice from 7 to 8:30 in the morning, and then we all go to class right after. So we have full days, and then on the other days we're at the gym. So whether it's coming here in the morning and then going to school all day, or going to school all day and then going downtown to Phoenix to go work out at the gym, like, we don't really get time off because we're always like putting in the work, and that's the behind the scenes stuff that no one gets to see, but we know how it feels. And it does make our big moments that much bigger though.
So how important is it for you as a women's hockey player here at ASU to see an additional arena get built eventually, or additional arenas, more ice time. Is that important?
That's amazing. That is very important, not only for hockey in Arizona in general, but for women's hockey, so that there are opportunities being opened up and more possibility for us to grow our programs.
So as we talk about open opportunities, you're going to get some new competition this year, which I think is going to be a good thing. The fact that Grand Canyon is now going to have a women's program, so you got somebody locally to compete with.
Everyone loves a hometown rival. It's going to be a lot of fun.
So tell me a little bit about what you know about their program at this point. It's very young. They're getting some girls. Know anybody over there? Have any connections?
I actually don't at all. I don't know anything about it, which is probably best that I don't, because I'd be trying to convince them to come over here. But no, I'm really excited about that because I used to play on the East Coast, and it was so much fun having those like short distance rivalries instead of having to travel a plane ride to our closest competitor. So that's going to make it a lot more fun. The hometown crowd's going to be a lot bigger and better, and it's going to be more fun in the stands for them. It's just going to be amazing for us.
So when you're growing up here, did you ever think that you would see two women's programs in college in Arizona?
No, absolutely not, but it's the best possible case scenario, so it's amazing that I get to be a part of it and just experience it.
Well, you're on the women's team. Obviously, your Arizona State Sun Devil men's team and the NCAA team is making some splashes quickly with their program as well. So how important is that for them to be successful, for your programs to be successful?
I think it's huge because they went D1 and we got our team. So I think that sparked the fire. Like, Arizona does have hockey. Arizona has talent. Arizona is the perfect place to go to play hockey. And they started that, and we get to feed off of that, which is amazing.
Let's talk about, let's put you in the recruiter's shoes. You want to bring some girls in here to play hockey. Why should they come to ASU and play hockey?
Let's get some girls from Canada that need some sunshine in their lives. Well, for me personally, the last thing I wanted to do when it was snowing and cold and dark outside was go to a cold rink and play hockey.
Right.
But here I get to avoid the heat by going to a cold rink, and I can't really think of anything better to do when it's hot outside and you don't want to be outside. But also, we live in the sunshine. You don't have to shovel sunshine, and we get to go from hockey to lay out in the sun. There's no better combination.
Now we're going to get a little personal. We're going to talk about your hockey career itself. I've deemed you the nickname Real Deal because I was pretty impressed with what I saw on the ice. So tell me a little bit about your game. Boast about yourself a little bit.
Well, my game has been a roller coaster in itself. I've been the hothead on the team to the captain, so that's a big transformation in itself. I've been leading my team in penalties to leading my team as a captain, and I'm very proud of that transformation. It takes a lot every single game for me to keep my head on, but having the girls believe in me definitely helps that. I'm not a goal scorer, I'm not a playmaker, but I'm bigger and I play with my body, and I just want to push people out of the net. I just want to take hard shots and fire it off, and I just want to make things happen. But I definitely think my strongest asset is my strength, and I work on that all the time because I love it. So I love pushing girls around and not being able to be pushed around.
Talk a little bit about your teammates this year and the teammates that you had and how they made you better.
They're amazing. First of all, they bring the energy at 7 a.m. They let me DJ for them and let me get crazy, but they're always making me laugh, always brightening my day, whether they text me and to tell me to have a good class, or they show up just giving me a hug before practice because we're cold and we don't want to be there. But they're amazing. They were all the biggest hearts, and they want to be here. They want to get better. We had a girl that was ineligible to play because her her classes didn't transfer, whatever the case was. She was there every day working the hardest, and she inspires me. Her name's Brooke. She's amazing. And then the goalies are always the best attitudes, always having fun, always chirping me because I can't score on them, but if I do score on them, I sally like a dork. But no, it was so much fun. Whatever we were doing, the girls made it fun. They made me get excited to play hockey again, which was really hard for me, but they made it easy. They're the best team I've ever been on. No drama, no cattiness. We all genuinely love each other and just want to spend time together.
Let's finish up by talking about Coach Ellis and what she's brought to the program. First of all, starting it up, being the GM, being the coach, taking care of everything that needs to be taken care of. What can you say about Coach Ellis?
I'm blown away. Seriously, like, I find like my job hard to do, like to come here and like keep positive or whatever. She created this entire team. She brought it out of nothing, and to start it while she was still in school, like, oh my gosh, I can barely get my homework done, let alone start up a whole program. Like, I'm blown away. She's so far beyond her years, and you know, like, she did the best with what she had, and I mean, she started an incredible thing that's gonna blow up, and I'm so proud and so honored to be on this team.
Well, I'm going to give a little insight to people that haven't played against you, but here's tip number one. If you shoot it, get ready to shoot the puck, get out of the way. Just don't take that slap shot. So you and I have talked in the past about where you got that slap shot and how it worked out, but to me, it's unbelievable. I mean, when you hear the glass ring, if you miss the net or if it gets deflected, it's unbelievable. So keep up your spirit, keep up the good work, and keep growing women's hockey.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.